Good morning, my friends, and welcome to Kevin at 7 for you great people out there who want more yes in your business, who want more yes in your life. Today, we're going to talk about how to get more motivated. Okay, this is probably one of the most universal questions, one of the most universal hungers, drives, needs, this what do I do to get more motivated? How do I motivate myself? I need motivation. I need somebody just to kick me in the butt, or I need something to get me fired up. I need something to get me going. I need something to get me out of bed. I need something to get me to help break the hold when the sheets pin me to the bed and I can't get out in the morning. What do I do to get more motivated? And today I am going to share with you a secret solution that I have discovered in my own life that has blown open what I'm able to accomplish in areas of my life where I've struggled for a long time to get it done. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Kevin at 7. Thank you for joining me. Max from Champaign, Illinois. Good morning, Donna. Good morning, Stephen Losi from Scottsdale, Arizona. As you come on, make sure you give the post a thumbs up. If you're watching this on YouTube, give us some thumbs up as well. Just chime in the chat or in the comments where you are. Good morning, Teresa from San Diego, Stephen from Scottsdale. Good morning, Virgil from Las Vegas, Nevada, Eric from Rhode Island. Great to see all of you guys today. Hey, Mike, tell us as you come on, tell us where you are in the world today. I see Kevin Russo coming on. Kevin's my videographer back no, you're not in LA right now, Russo. Are you in Chicago or are you still home? I don't know. Alexandria from Indianapolis. Good morning, Nate from South Florida. Good to see you. Russo from New York City. All right, bro. My videographer's up in New York City seeing some friends. So that's cool. Donna from New Jersey. Love it. Great to see all of you guys. So if you need more motivation, if you have those days, if you have those moments, if you have those times where you need more motivation, just chat right now. Just type in, that's me. Me too. That's me. Let me see. Hey, Mike from Detroit. Good morning. Romel from Temecula. April. Thumbs up. Yes. Thank you. Share this post with friends, with people that you know that need more motivation, because I am not kidding. This is like a secret sauce that I discovered. Hey, Bonnie from Port Charlotte, Florida. Good morning. Awesome. That's me. That's me too. Yep. Me top. Max. Good morning. Good morning, Michelle Beaver from Covington, Georgia. Good to see all of you. If you need more motivation, just type in right now, that's me. Let me see some thumbs up. Let me see some hearts, maybe some mad faces if you're mad at yourself for needing motivation, not getting it. By the way, this is Kevin at 7, the Mountain Man edition. For those of you that are seeing me and can see, I've got this cool, awesome looking thing going on here. It's because I'm up here in Utah, getting ready to run my first ultra marathon, 50K. That's 32 miles that I'm going to be running this Saturday. Over 1.5 miles of elevation gain, which means you're going up hills 1.5 miles and down hills 1.5 miles over a 32-mile run that I am just totally stoked about and a little nervous about and a little scared about. So good morning, Carsla from Las Vegas says, you come on, tell me where you are in the world. John from Surprise, Arizona. Elizabeth from Anacortes, Washington. Julie and I, my wife and I, went to Anacortes on a vacation, kind of a Valentine's vacation a few years ago. I went up to Anacortes and up in north of Seattle and then came back down to Seattle. It was very beautiful up there. Hey, April from Brazelton, Georgia. Good to see you. Good morning from Fresno, California. Alicia on YouTube. So thank you guys for joining me. It's exciting to have you on. By the way, for those of you on YouTube, if you're noticing, I'm not there every single day on the Kevin at 7. And the reason is when I'm traveling, either if I don't have good reception or I just have one device, I stream to Facebook. So go to Facebook, Kevin Ward now, or no, Kevin Ward page, Facebook, Kevin Ward page. Find me. Follow that. And if I'm traveling, like the next couple of days, I'm going to be up in the mountains out in Bryce Canyon in the boondocks. I don't know how good of reception we're going to have. So if I can come on both Facebook and YouTube, I will. But if I can just get on, it may just be able to get on Facebook and do a Facebook Live. So we're going to be doing that tomorrow. And then Friday, I'm going to be out staying in an Airbnb out in the middle of nowhere. So I just hope they have like cell phone reception or something that I can survive with. All right. So good morning. My wife just texted me and said, no Kevin at 7. And I'm like, yes, baby, I'm doing it. All you guys are seeing me live. So some reason my wife isn't seeing it. Hey, Ronald from Birmingham. Good morning, Philip Trim. Good to see you guys. All right. So here we go. Here's what happened to me. let's talk. I'm thinking about the ultra marathon I'm going to run this week. I'm 54 years old. I'm about to put on my tennis shoes and my trail shoes and go run 32 miles up and down hills with a bunch of kids that are in their 20s and 30s, some 40s, a few 50s. There are people that are older, but for the most part, it's like I got so many ankle issues, knee issues. I was weighing 2 years ago, I weighed over 190 pounds, which my ideal weight has always been between 160, 170. Even as a, as a middle-aged, adult, I don't feel middle-aged. I still feel like I'm on the early on here going. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm thinking. AJ Jefferson, I'm like 54. What are you kidding me? And so I'm running this 32-mile crazy ultra marathon, 50K. I wanted to do the 50-miler and I just didn't prepare enough. But why? So why would I do this? What would possess me last year to start? I started backpacking and started hiking last year. And then I decided I was going to do trail running. I ran a half trail marathon on Catalina Island. I ran a full trail marathon, 26 miles in March in Griffith Park in northern Los Angeles, which was like brutal up and down and pouring rain and all that, which is rare in Los Angeles. And now I'm out here in Bryce Canyon, Utah, at elevation between 7,500 and 9,500 feet of elevation. We're going to be up there where it's hard to breathe. And I'm here this early. I came out here a week early so I could get used to that elevation a little bit. And I haven't been up to 9,500 feet, but I've been training at about 7,000 to 8,000 feet. Why am I doing this? Why would you put yourself through the torture? Because if anybody ever has run a marathon or a trail marathon or anything like that, an endurance race or done a Spartan race, it's what they call type 2 fun. Now, what's type 2 fun? Type 1 fun is something that you have a blast while you're doing it. So type 1 fun means I'm having a great time doing it. I'm having fun doing it. Type 2 fun is something that you hate while you're doing it. It's miserable, it's painful, but it's fun to talk about later. After you did it, you're like, yeah, look what I did and all that. So running a trail marathon, an ultra, is probably type 2 fun, which means while you're doing it, you're hating your life. It's miserable, it's painful. Not always, but just about those last few miles, it's like brutal. And when I did the 26 miles, it was actually a little less than 26 miles for the ultra marathon, the trail marathon that I did in March. I'm in pain. The last 6 miles, man, my knees are in pain. My ankles are in pain. My knees all swollen up. My right knee was getting swollen up. And it's just like every step, you're like, ow, 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 ow. And you just keep going. You keep grinding it out. Why? What possesses somebody to do this? I'll tell you the next one. I just signed up for my first Spartan race. If you've heard about the Spartan races, where not only are you running, this is an 8-mile Spartan race where it's not just 8 miles of up and down mountains, but you're also having these massive, like 50 or 60 obstacle course. It's an obstacle course that you have to go over 8 miles. There's all kinds of obstacles that you have to do that's like grueling and brutal. And I signed up for it. And it's like, why would you do something like that? Well, here's why. Because 2 years ago, I started just really getting serious about my health. And I'm like, I got to get healthy because my wife and I are starting a family and we're trying to have kids, we're trying to adopt, and and I'm not young, and I want to be able, as my kids get older and they're 16 and I'm 70, I don't want them to ever have to say, well, my dad can't come out and play basketball with me because he's too old. So I committed, I'm going to stay healthy. I'm going to get so healthy that as my kids grow up, they're never going to feel that they're missing out because their friends' dads are young and their dad is old. I'm not going to ever be the one that they say my dad is too old for that. So I made a commitment that I was going to stay healthy for my children and for myself, for my wife. I got to take care of my family. I want to stay young. I want to be healthy. I want to live a long time. So I got to do this. And so I'm like, I'm going to start exercising. I'm going to get healthy. I'm going to lose weight. I want to get where I've got a 6-pack abs and all of that. And it's like, but I was too busy. How many of you have committed that you're going to get healthy? You're going to start exercising and eating right. You're going to do all this and you're too busy. You said, I'm going to do it and you don't, or you start and stop because you get too busy. If that happens to you, let me see some mad faces or say, that's me. What's your story? about why you're not doing what you said you're going to do. Yeah, I'm going to prospect every day as a real estate agent. I'm going to start doing this every single day. I'm going to do my lead follow-up every day. I'm going to be more productive. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And we make a commitment and we say, oh, we're going to do it. And then we get too busy to actually stay true on the journey. And then we feel guilty. And then we beat ourselves up. Hey, Mark from Huntington Beach, good morning. Thanks for coming on. As you come on, for putting where you're coming from. Tom from Gulf Breeze, Florida, good to see you. Has that ever happened to you? And it happened to me. I was like, I want to get healthier, but I'm too busy. So I'm like, what can I do to force myself to exercise every day? And so I thought, you know what? And this happened. This started about a year ago. And about a year ago, I decided, you know what I want to do? I want to get out in nature, because I discovered when I get outside in nature, I get motivated and I enjoy exercising. If you put me in a gym, I hate it. Unless there's a basketball and a goal, I enjoy that. But if you just put me in like a gym with weights and all that kind of stuff, or put me in a class, it's torture, man. Don't ask me. Don't even invite me. I'm here with my friends in Tyson and Nicole up here in Ogden, Utah, and they on Monday morning, Memorial Day, they're like, we go to the gym. We have this gym workout. We have a personal trainer. Come with us. So you can work out with us. And I'm like, you know what? Thank you guys. I'm gonna do my own thing. So I ran up a ski slope, a snow ski slope, because I love being out in nature. I love the mountains. I love the fresh air. I love the trees. I love the green. I love all the cool stuff. And I'm not doing that, and I love it, but it takes time and I'm too busy. And I was saying I wanted to do it and I wasn't doing it. So last year I said, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to commit to a backpacking trip on Catalina Island, 55 miles in 4 days, carrying full pack, where you're carrying everything with you, all your food, your clothing, your tent, your sleeping bag, all your gear, your stove, everything. You got to carry it all with you. You're packing for the day. You're carrying all your water on your back. And so I was carrying between 30 and 38 pounds every day. And going up and down mountains on Catalina Island, brutal. But here's what happened, is that the day I committed, and I got some friends, I got some other guys to commit to go with me. And the moment I did that, guess what? I forced myself to have to train. In other words, I had to take action, because I wasn't going to show up and get embarrassed because I couldn't finish the hike. Because I'm going to tell you this, we had 7 of us. There were 7 of us that said, we're going. 7 of us committed to do the Catalina backpacking trip. 2 guys backed out the week before. They didn't even show up. They just didn't show up. Now, one of them had a legitimate reason, and the other one, yeah, whatever. And what it was they didn't take action. They didn't prepare. And so it was like, nobody wants to show up and not finish, because it's embarrassing, right? So I knew for me, that if I made the commitment, I would finish it. And for me to be able to finish it, I knew I had to train, because it was harder. It was going to be harder than anything I had ever done in my life physically. And it was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life up to that point physically. It was a 55-mile backpacking trip over 4 days, up and down grueling mountains on Catalina Island. If you've never been to Catalina Island, you have no clue what I'm talking about. You've ever hiked the trails or driven the golf carts up Catalina Island around, you know it's brutal. So here's the deal. I did it, and I was like, awesome. And I got so much healthier, and I was so strong, and I was feeling great. And then I was like, okay. And then guess what? I stopped doing stuff again. So I'm like, I got to do something else. And so I'm like, I like being out on the trails. And so somehow I got into maybe it's YouTube videos or whatever. I'm like, I want to run a marathon, like a trail marathon. I want to get up and do that trail running stuff. Looks cool. So I signed up for a half trail marathon back on Catalina Island. Yes. So guess what? Now I'm committed. I signed up. I paid $115 or whatever it was to sign up for it. Now I'm on the hook. And so guess what I did? I ran 5 days a week, 6 days a week. I was running. I was training. Why? Because I knew I couldn't run 13 and a half miles if I didn't train. Couldn't do it, because we're talking over 4,000 or nearly 4,000 feet of elevation gain, which means you're going up and down on nearly a mile, over 13 miles. I'm like, I can't do it if I don't train. So when I made a commitment, I started doing it. I finished that one. I'm like, I got to do something else. Next, trail marathon, 26 miles, Griffith Park, signed up for it. Guess what I did? I trained all the time. I was putting in 120 miles a week of running, 120 miles a week. Did that. Yes. Now, even then I'm like, okay, I know I'm going somewhere next. Bryce Canyon. I have a friend of mine that said, hey, let's go do Bryce Canyon, Utah. They got this awesome ultra marathon. They've got a 100 miler, a 50 miler, and a 50K and a half marathon. So I'm like, I'm going to do the 50 miler. I signed up for the 50 miler and then did the trail marathon, hurt my knee on the trail marathon in March. And so Tim Adams, my coach, said, you don't need to run Bryce Canyon. I'm like, dude, I'm committed. I'm running. Why? I got to train. So I took it a little easier because of my knee. And I downgraded from the 50 miler to the 50K, which is still 32 miles. It's still the longest, hardest thing I will have ever done. But I'd committed. I'm going to do it. I booked our Airbnb, got a group of guys, or 4 of us going to run this thing. So we got an Airbnb with 4 bedrooms right next to where the marathon starts, in this little town called, I think it's Panguitch or something, Panguitch, Utah. We'll be there tonight. And so guess what? I trained. And even though I didn't feel like, even though my knee hurt, even though I was in pain, my ankles hurt, my joints hurt, but I would not let myself off the hook because I made a commitment. I put skin in the game and I said, I'm going. Now, why do I tell you all of this crazy story about me, a real estate coach who's running trail on the trail, putting on trail shoes and going out and running up and down hills? Here's why. Because that's how you get more motivated. My goal starting out was not to run trail marathons. My goal starting out was I wanted to get healthy. So when I started thinking, how do I get healthy? Because I know to get healthy, I got to exercise. I got to eat better, but I'm too busy, or, the food looks too good, that donut or whatever. But when I made a commitment to a marathon, when I signed up for an event, when I put skin in the game, now my pride is on the line. Now I've got other people that know about it. I've told people, I've gone public with, here's what I'm doing. And I'm like, there's something inside of me that says, I will not let myself down. I will not let other people down. I will not fail. I will not quit. I will finish this. I will do it. And to do that, I committed to do something hard enough that to accomplish it, I had to train. I had to take action every single day. That, my friends, is the secret. If you want to get more motivated, here's what you got to do. And I'll just break it down for you in the cocktail. Here's the formula of how you get more motivated. Number 1, find something that you want to do or a result that you want to have in your life. It may be a physical, it may be maybe your health, it may be your relationship, it may be financial, it may be a business goal, it may be a thing, it may be a cause, it may be a boat, it may be a house, it may be a trip, it may be financial freedom, it may be your family, it may be starting a family, finding a spouse, it may be winning certain award in real estate, it may be becoming a millionaire, whatever it is that you want, and you got to really want it. And if you have a hard time figuring out what you really want, I recommend that you read a book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, where he walks you through the process of you got to figure out what it is you really want, and it's got to be a burning desire. If you don't have a burning desire for something, you're not going to ever do anything. And for some of you, that's your first work. You guys understand? Some of you have got to find out what you want. You have that burning desire, have your big why. And people go like, I don't know what I want. Well, then that's your work. You got to figure that out. Okay. And me wanting to be healthy was just kind of connected with wanting to have a family, wanting to have kids. And so all of that came together for me, and it was a lot of work. It was a lot of time figuring out what I want my life to look like. So number 1, you got to find something you want to do or a result that you want. Okay. You want the result of doing something. And then number 2, once you figure it out, this is what I want. This is my goal. This is my aim. This is what I really want. Now the next thing is you got to put skin in the game. You got to put skin in the game. So you got to have a plan and say, this is what I want, and this is what I'm going to do to get there. And then boom, you got to put skin in the game. And for me, I put skin in the game by signing up for a marathon, by planning a trip, a backpacking trip with some friends, here's one thing that they could count on. And this is, if you know me, and I was not always this way, but my friends, most of my life, I was not the guy you could count on that no matter what, I'm not going to quit, because I've quit too many things in my life. But those of you that know me today know one thing: I'm going to keep showing up. I may get beat up, I may not win, but I will keep showing up, and I will not lose. If nothing else, I will be the last man standing. And I am never going to quit. And that you got to have that resolve and that grit, that determination inside of you that says, my dreams are worth fighting for. I am worth fighting for, and I will fight. And then you find out what you want to fight for, the outcome that you want, and then you make a plan for it. Say, this is where I'm going, and then boom, you put skin in the game. Now, for me, it's just simply signing up. Signed up. So like this week, I'm like, Saturday, I'm running the ultra marathon. I'm going to be finished with it. What's next? What's the next game? What's the next goal? What's the next milestone that I'm aiming for? And so my friends, Tyson and Nicole, that I'm staying with, they got me. They got me because they started doing these Spartan races. And they're stoked about it, man. They're like so excited. And they go like, you should do one with us. And I'm like, I should. Then they were like, we're doing one down in Laughlin, Nevada in November. And I'm like, okay, then. And they're doing like 3 between now and then. They're doing a ton of them. They're crazy. They're nuts. I am staying with nuts, with nut cases that I love it because I love the way they play. And, so I'm like, I'm in. I'm going to do this. I told Julie I'm going to do it. I'm doing a Spartan. And she says, good luck. So I signed up for this Spartan race in Laughlin, Nevada. It's November the 18th. Any of you guys want to really have some fun? Come play with me. I dare you. I dare you to come play with me in Laughlin, Nevada. Spartan.com. Go to Spartan.com. Laughlin, Nevada, November 18th. There's like, you can do there's a sprint Spartan race, there's a super Spartan race, and there's a beast. The sprint's like 3 or 4 miles with all the obstacles. The super is 8 miles with all the obstacles, and then the beast is like a full half trail marathon, 13 miles with all the obstacles. And then I think that's the only 3 they got there. Anyway, it's November the 17th and 18th, depending on which event you're doing. Come out there, man. Come have some fun with us. If you want to do it, this is like awesome. That's just on the side. But here's the deal. What that does for me is it forces me to train and to take action because I'm not going to let myself or other people down. You've got to find something where you put skin in the game. So here's like Patricia. My skin in the game is coming to the Vortex in July, even though I don't have enough money. Patricia, been there, done that, right? Now, the key is that when you come to the Vortex Training Camp, if you implement what you're going to learn, then you'll never be in a position where you have to worry about not having enough money again, right? That's it. So, and I saw something, somebody just typed in something that was really cool. I don't know. Kathleen, have a great Wednesday, Kevin. That's right. I forgot. Today is Wednesday. Wednesday, Wednesday. So we celebrate our wins on Wednesday. Every day should be Wednesday for you guys. So let me tell you one last thing. This is so cool. I just found out about this, and then I'm gonna get you guys out of here. But if you need accountability to get more motivated, find something to get you going. Commit to something. Sign up for something. And here's something I just found. I haven't even really checked it out, but I heard about it. And I've looked into it. It's pretty cool. I downloaded it. It is a new app called Spar. It's SPAR, the Spar app. Has anybody heard of it? If you've heard of it, just type in I have. I want to see if you've ever heard of it, or tell me you haven't. But Spar, SPAR, and I don't know if I know it's an iPhone app. I don't know if it's on, I think it's only for, I think it's only for iPhone. Anyway, so the Spar app is where you can literally, they create these challenges. They create these groups where you commit to do a certain thing over a period of time. And then if you miss a day or you don't do it, then it costs you. And so there's different amounts, there's different times. Like here's one right here, just a couple of examples. So here's one where the commitment is you're going to run 2 miles 3 times per week. Okay, so that's just one of their challenges that they have on Spar. And you can create your own challenge. You can invite your own friends to it. You can create it yourself. You guys can do this in real estate. You can literally get a group of other real estate agents together, create a Spar challenge that says, I'm going to prospect 3 hours a day, 5 days a week. I'm going to role play 5 days a week, whatever it is. And then every day you have to do a video as you're doing it or once you're finished doing it, basically proving that you did the work, you did the commitment for that day. Now, here's a cool thing. It has a length of how long this is going on. So this one's run 2 miles 3 times a week for 5 weeks. That's the length of the challenge. The penalty is $20 per miss. So any week that you don't put in your 2 mile 3 runs, your 3 runs, 3 2-mile runs, any week that you miss that, it costs you $20. $20. If if you don't do the work, $20. And they say they use the group sets the price, the penalty, and it's just one of those little cool technology gadgets that may give you something that will help give you more accountability. If you want to put skin in the game, something to get you more motivated, to hold you accountable to stuff, I think it's a great tool. I haven't really looked at it or started using it, but based on what I'm seeing, I'm like, this is really cool. So you can go check it out, the Spar app, download it, and check it out. I just thought it was pretty cool. My accountability is to the race. It's to the event that I signed up for, that I committed to, and I put skin in the game so that I will do it. When you do that, my friends, you're going to get more motivated. If that makes sense to all you guys, let me see some thumbs up. I know I've gone fast. I've been talking like a mile a minute here. I love it. And I love the commitment you guys are typing in here. Your commitments, what you're putting skin in the game is awesome. I love it. Congratulations. And thank you, Max, for the good luck wishes for this Saturday. I hope you guys will join me over the next couple of days. You know what? I'll probably do live streams this weekend at the event on Facebook. It'll only be on Facebook. So go to Facebook, Kevin Ward page, facebook.com/Kevin Ward page. That's my personal page. It's not my personal profile, because you can only have 5,000 friends, but you can come to my Kevin Ward page, and that's where I post everything anyway. And I'll do live streams this weekend at the event and so forth, assuming we have reception. If not, I'll post videos. So come there, check it out. If you want to watch me along the journey, Instagram, Kevin Ward Now, at Kevin Ward Now is my Instagram. I'll be doing some cool stuff like that. You need to do a rough water swim, Kevin. Maybe so, Kathleen. We'll see. We'll have to put that on the thing. I'm not a swimmer, but it sounds pretty cool. All right. I will not. If I hurt myself, I'll still be at the Vortex. I'll still be training, even if I'm on crutches or in a wheelchair. All right, guys. You're awesome. I love it. Thank you, Karsla, for posting the summary of this whole thing. It's awesome. You guys are great. Play to win. Have an awesome day. Find something that gets you motivated and go for it, and always expect yes. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for joining me again. Have an awesome Wednesday. See you guys tomorrow.